Okay, we still have to go in there and kill it, correct? Yeah, we still, I mean, when we reset it, we kill it from wherever. We still have to go in there and finish it off. Because if not, we know that we're gonna have some bad things taking place. So, I close the door, look at your smoke behavior. Did you see the ignition of the gases? All right, and around that 1,000-degree mark, I believe it is, we have auto ignition of the carbon monoxide, which is phenomenal to think that that's what we could be crawling in. So here we go again, taking the option away, look at the smoke behavior, the different things taking place, look at how fast the gases are traveling, and there's ignition of the gases. Now, like I said, I've named this after my son, the Max Firebox. It's engineered to last. And what you're able to do is you're able to repeat this over and over and over again. Okay? So now, look, even now, fire from the scene almost down to the floor. We can still see where that air's coming in. Look at that air traffic. All right? Look at how fast the gases are traveling. Could you tell it was going to ignite? You could tell, right? You could tell by how fast it was traveling. And if you had your thermal camera, you would see this. And instead of getting trained in the chief's office or the engine bay with the thermal camera, this is a great place to use that thermal camera for your training, to be making them decisions. We're not going to go crawling into that because we know the gases are right there. Now, this is instant. As soon as I open the door, we have that ventilation-induced flashover. So it goes back to what all the studies say, what everybody talks about, is we don't go back to the ignition phase of the fire. Where do we go once we open up? We're going to that growth stage of the fire. And this is a perfect example of how we're going to that growth stage of the fire. Now you're starting to hear it, right? Where are we at on temp? Okay, but now give me it now whenever I open it, because this is what we go crawling into. Look at the gases. There's our ignition. When I first opened it,
It's like 8 something.
8 something. Remember, we said 500 degrees is an important number, correct? Okay, let's do one more ventilation-induced flashover, and then I want to show you one other thing. And like I said, thank you so much for your time. I have helmet stickers over there and brochures. Please take one. Give us a like on Facebook. I mean, I can travel the United States, but it takes firefighters to help me to show that this is a quality product. So, one more time here. Let's do this. We open, and there's our ignition. Did you hear it? Did y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now, let's look. Piece of shit. Like 25 bucks for that. All right, let's look now and see where we have an ignitable mixture. Okay, I'm really letting that pressure build up. Really letting it build up. So now I open, and there's my ignition. All right, you can see. And fellas, ladies, what is that? That's what you're crawling in. Close doors, hang curtains. Kill it, right? Because this is what you're crawling into. You know, like we said, our face piece, 500 degrees, all them different things, you know, it matters. It all matters. That's why you're here today. Take it home with you. And there it is. So, and that's an engineer fueling. That's not what's inside these apartments. That's not what's inside Bedroom USA. That's not what's waiting for you. There's far much worse inside there waiting for you when you pull up on that scene, okay? So, just the last thing I wanted to cover. If you pull up on the scene, we've told kids, we tell everybody what? Close the door, right? We make a very, very big deal out of that. Close the door. Door's closed, all right? But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open the door. What's gonna happen? The gases are gonna ignite, okay? So for whatever reason, this is the door you have to go in. And that door's closed. Like we said, door's closed. I open it, look at what happens. Ignition of the gases. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna close the door, and we're putting moisture around the door before we open it, okay? Moisture's going around that door before I open it. Going around. My doorman's gonna crack it, put moisture in. Put some moisture in, crack it. So now, earlier when I opened, what happened?
Ignited.
Ventilation-induced flashover. To where now, is it going to ignite?
No.
It's going to eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did we change the environment? Yeah. All right, fellas, I'm blessed to be here with y'all. I love the fire service more than anything. You know, like I said,